What is up, guys? I am Zoltar424, bringing to you once again another Witcher 3 video with gameplay and commentary. In this video, Geralt of Rivia will be joining up with Phillipa Eilhart, who was once a mage in the court of Redania. She is helping Geralt by seeking the Sunstone. The Sunstone, one of the gems that holds the key of helping Avallac'h, Geralt, and the rest in bringing Eredin to their location. Eredin, the king of the Wild Hunt, has been pursuing Ciri for the longest. This may be the one element in which they can use to their advantage and rid the world and the universe of Eredin once and for all. Guys, while we're at it, you find yourself liking this video, hit that like button, and by all means subscribe to more Witcher 3. For it is you and yours that keep us going. I hope you enjoy.
Let's go. What now? Gonna grow yourself some new eyes, like Vilgefortz did? I remember the moment I killed him. Cultivation wasn't complete. They hadn't grown in fully yet. Looked disgusting, but...
I take it your mention of that deviant is purely coincidental.
Of course. Also heard of this rich blind dwarf from Mahakam. Had them put 2 sizable rubies in his eye sockets. Couldn't see a damn thing. But word is, it looked pretty tasteful.
Vilgefortz was one of the mages that pursued Ciri in the books. It was in the Witcher novel The Lady of the Lake, in which Geralt killed him. Vilgefortz having held captive Yennefer and Ciri once Ciri found out where Yennefer was. Geralt, along with others, caught up with him. Guys, if you find yourself liking this series, and I know that I've mentioned it on occasion about the books and everything from which I pull the references, I really do recommend reading the books that preceded the games if you get the opportunity. There is a lot of knowledge, a lot of information and everything to get the background on the characters, to see how they've developed over the years and over the series. There's a tag that people like to associate with the Witcher Netflix series as it was coming out, and the first season was actually on Netflix. And it was from the books, or part of it was from the books, The Last Wish and The Sword of Destiny. There are those who like to compare this to Game of Thrones, or to call this the next Game of Thrones. Allow me to correct you on that. It is not the next Game of Thrones. The Witcher series preceded Game of Thrones. It wasn't the other way around, so no. The Witcher on Netflix is not the next Game of Thrones. And maybe they're saying that as far as the fantasy and the cinematic, maybe. But they are 2 completely different series. And way back to my point, I would definitely recommend reading them, or at least reading the first one to get an idea.
Couldn't help notice the tension between you and Yennefer and Triss. It's very hard on Ciri, I think. There are times I doubt you 3 realize how it looks. Triss plays the big sister to Ciri, but eagerly awaits a chance to hop in bed with you. You and Yennefer play the parents.
Yeah, so if you're angling to make it a 5-some, there's clearly no room.
Yikes.
There you are. Yennefer must have tremendous pull with the Emperor. to get him to guarantee the lodge's safety. What's your take on it?
My take? Obviously a leading question. No. Geralt, I'm tired. Let's sit and chat a bit first.
Is foreplay that important to you?
You'll get to work with the Emperor. Not excited?
No. I mean, yes, of course I am. Thus far, the Lodge has oft banked on weak rulers. It's been one of our biggest mistakes.
So you're impressed Emir keeps his mages on a short leash?
Yennefer's wise to keep you out of politics. I'm afraid you'd not realize which way the wind was blowing if you pissed straight into it.
You ought to talk to Yennefer. Painfully clear there's unfinished business there.
Yennefer's always walked her own path. I'm actually touched she decided to take an interest in matters of the Lodge this time.
You don't trust her. So once the hunt's defeated, leave. Find asylum elsewhere. I hear Redania's offering.
I'd sooner stick my head in a Zoogl's spiky orifice. Thanks, but I've other plans.
This deal with Emir. It's sorceress business. Pick someone else's brain.
So she's not told you anything? What about personal plans? Has she mentioned anything? A possible advisory position? Beside a young, promising Empress?
Stay away from Ciri.
She's an adult, Geralt. You keep forgetting. She can decide for herself. So, onward. Don't you think it's time you stopped interfering in Ciri's life?
No.
But you do know we're not a pack of wolves you can just drive away from her with your sword.
Sure you are. And yes, I can, if the need arises.
This is rich coming from Phillipa, which main purpose of the Lodge when it was formed was to control Ciri, or at least her offspring in a way. Marrying Ciri to a noble so that she could produce an heir, and for the Lodge to have control of someone of the elder blood.
There's something here. Feel it?
But yet, Phillipa was to tell Geralt about trying to interfere in Ciri's life. Get out of here.
Magic is just slightly more difficult than sniffing out a malodorous fiend. Watch this. Arahan Numa! That means the Sunstone is here. Don't stand there looking stupid. Try to shift the mirrors. Found it. At last.
Hand it over and let's get out of here.
Not so fast. We've a matter to discuss.
Let me guess. You gotta fly. You're about to tell me why you need the Sunstone so much more than we do. Then you'll change into an owl and whoosh.
No idea where you got such a ridiculous notion. Ciri's safety is most important to me now. But I wish to talk to you about the future. My future.
Wouldn't worry. Emperor's got plans for you, I'm sure.
Stop playing the jester and listen to me carefully. Once we've defeated the hunt and Ciri is safe, Yennefer's meteoric rise at the Imperial Court will come to an abrupt end. Which is wonderful from my perspective. I'm not interested in reviving the Lodge if I'm not to have the deciding vote.
You're telling me this because...
If I know even one bit, I expect that once we've defeated the Wild Hunt, you aim to slip out the back door with Ciri. To disappear into the wilds, correct? All very romantic. But perhaps instead of destroying the girl's life, you could take Yennefer with you and go.
Triss might object.
Ah, yes. So give Yennefer some friendly advice, would you? She'll listen to you.
You want to take Yen's place at Amir's side.
And at Ciri's. I think you understand it's inevitable, and I would truly prefer Yennefer to be far away when it happens. Holding her in the Imperial dungeon would be costly, and it would give the wrong impression.
Any other words of wisdom, or can we go?
You may go. I know you've things to do.
She is quite insistent on trying to be near Ciri agency. Well, don't think that's going to go over well with Yennefer, nor Geralt especially. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And in the next episode, we will meet back with the gang and go from there. I'm Zoltar424 once again, as I'm traveling out of here. I'm not going to bore you through my exit. Zoltar out.